Why can't we be friends? 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 Sorry, I made you listen to me sing. I'm a musician, not a singer. Keep that in mind. Okay, so what bugs me the most about what is going on in our country right now is how it divides us all. You know, I've always been one of those guys that can agree to disagree and still be friends. I've had friends of all sorts. I've had atheist friends. I've had Christian friends. I've had gay and lesbian and transgender friends. You know, I've had right wing people who made me a little nervous, but I could still be their friend. You know, I had a friend in the music business. If I said her name, you would definitely know who she was. She was a little better than a one-hit wonder, but she sure made a splash once upon a time. At any rate, when her and I used to work together and were around each other a lot, we liked each other. You know, her and I, we hit it off, you know. We could sit and hang out. But if we ever stepped one tiny little toenail over the line into politics or religion, and yeah, her and I would clash. And we were both fairly good, you know, debaters, so it would get, I mean, a few parties back then with some pretty important people in them, you know, ground to a halt where her and I butted heads. And after a few of those encounters, we realized that we didn't want to let our differences of opinion, you know, come between us as friends. And this is a person that I'm still in contact all these years later. You know, when Facebook was invented, I hit up her webpage, which I'm sure had millions of people hitting up her webpage, but somehow that message got to her, and she remembered me, obviously, and we rekindled our friendship. And so I wish that we could somehow find a way to have differences of opinions without them being so gutturally divisive and violent and angry. What happened exactly? I'm trying to figure it out, because everyone's always disagreed. But somehow, really up until the Obama presidency, that's kind of where I see everything go south. It got to be harder and harder, you know. And I voted for Obama. And I gotta say, though, my friends down in Texas, it didn't really become a thing for me till I left Texas. When I left Texas, I found it harder for people to agree to disagree. You know, I lived in Colorado for a while, and I was perceived as a Texan because back then I had a much thicker Texas accent. And I was shocked at how many people just straight up hated me just simply because I was from Texas. That's a feud that Texans I don't even think are aware of. And, you know, I came back home to Oregon, and it's like a different world here than what I grew up with, you know. The places are all familiar. You know, sometimes I'm driving down the road and I'm like, oh wow, I remember that tree, just some random tree. I'll have a flashback. I remember that tree. I hit that tree with my bike when I was 10. Holy crap, it's still there. Get out, look, yeah, there's the scar where the crank, you know, knocked out a chunk of bark. It's like that familiar, but culturally it's so different. Yeah. Eastern Oregon feels more like Oregon used to feel. I wish we can all get along. There's even a couple of trolls that are on my page that I think are clever sons of bitches. I think they got a great sense of humor when they're not just brutally trying to destroy me. They crack me up. Yeah, I'm the kind of guy that gets along with everybody. What's happened? I wish we could just go back.